Mkurugenzi and his wife. To be honest, I feel like Abel Mutua talks a lot, but he never really shares the dynamics or the things that happens in his relationship. He has truly mastered the art of yapping, but also being very protective and secretive of his affairs, his family affairs, what goes on, because sometimes we do be curious, sometimes you look at somebody, you're like, I wonder what goes on behind closed doors, because y'all look cute, y'all look very, very cute. So his wife, Judy Nyawira, decided to put out a Q&A on Instagram telling people, you know what, we are going to answer everything you've been curious about, all the marriage questions that you'd like to know about us, and we're going to be very candid about everything. And people sent in their questions in the thousands. No, nyinyi wadaku, mnataka kujua kila kitu. And the first one was obviously, what is Judy's nickname for Abel Mutua? And she replied, it is husband of my youth. And I'm just like, oh, that is so cute. And Abel Mutua actually explained and said that every woman has a mental picture of her dream husband, and that is what she sees when she sees me. And I'm just like, that is so cute. TikTok couples, can you see how it is done? She said, husband of my youth. Not you giving your partner anxiety by calling him my current boyfriend. You're just doing a vlog, saying, hey guys, so me and my current boyfriend. As funny as that trend is, it is so traumatizing, because you're just putting a hint somewhere that, if you don't act right, you're going to be out of here in a second. There was also a question about the hypothetical scenario of remarriage if the relationship ever ended. And Judy Nyawira actually admitted that she would consider remarriage, but it would be after a very long and healing period. Abel Mutua, on the other hand, said, that growing up I saw marriages as a sure thing, but now it feels like a gamble. You might win or lose. So he is not quite there yet with the hypothetical scenario of remarriage. Judy did mention that it would take a long time for her to get somebody who she could bond with the way she's bonded with Abel Mutua. So yeah, good thing it was hypothetical. We don't want to see it happen. Somebody else asked, have they been in marriage therapy, or have they considered marriage therapy or marriage counseling? And they replied, we've faced many changes, but many challenges, but we've not seen the need for it yet, although they are open to it should there be need for such a thing. Somebody asked, have they ever thought of, breaking up or leaving each other? And they said, despite the challenges they faced, they have never reached that point. And honestly, I love it for them. Abel Mutua says their system works. They're happy. Everybody's happy. And honestly, I got no hateration today. I'm such a good girl.
Yeah, I think just as they say, they give a very good example of marriage, that it's not necessarily always the clearest and the cleanest picture, but how you deal with it can make or break your relationship. And I love that, yes, they have admitted to have gone through challenges. We don't know what kind of challenges they are, and I'm very sure it's not cheating challenges. Some people need to understand, cheating is not a challenge. Cheating is a decision. But yeah, I love that they have said that they have gone through some challenges and they've come up on top, loving each other and caring for each other and continuing on in their relationship. However, when it comes to that matter of marriage counseling, I really do recommend that people try premarital counseling. Premarital counseling helps quite a bit. You tend to not know a lot about your partner until you're forced to actually sit down and have a conversation about your lives, finance, family, all of the things, until you're able to sit down with this person and honestly say to each other, yes, I am choosing you and you are choosing me, and it is not for convenience, it is not for fine, it is not for any other reason, but I am choosing you, or whatever the marriage reason for you guys is. I think it can be very daunting. I think it's important to take premarital counseling before you actually do get married to someone. Counseling after a few years is also good, just checking in on each other, like, hey, where are we at now? What are the dreams we had before? Have we accomplished them? So there's always just like another form of counseling, which is like you're just checking up on each other. 20 years in marriage, 10 years in marriage, you've been married, nothing's wrong. You're just going through the where are we at and what can we do if at all we haven't done it. So it's very important to, try and do those things. But we love them. They're such a good example of a good marriage. They're such a good example of good parents. And we hope that we get so many more of these kinds of marriages being showcased. It doesn't work for everyone. And if it doesn't work for you, it's okay. But if it does work, shout it at the rooftops, from the rooftops. We want to hear your good story. We're tired of hearing about bad marriages. We're over it.